What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my power rankings for the Week 15 in the NFL season. Now I know this is going to trigger a lot of you because I have a new number one team, but yeah. If you guys like these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel as it does have a lot. So let's just jump right into this. So as I said earlier, I have a new number one, and that would be the Bills. I moved them up 2 spots for their win against the Steelers. So the real reason I have the Bills at number one is just because the Bills are playing very good football, and the Chiefs, who are at number two, are not playing very good football. They're only winning by one possession in every single game, and I don't feel like that warrants getting the number one spot. I mean, just remember a few weeks back, I put the Chiefs ahead of the Steelers for the number one spot because the Steelers were only winning in one possession games and very close games, and the Chiefs were blowing everyone out. But now it's reversed, and the Bills are blowing everyone out by two possessions, and the Chiefs are only winning by one score. So yeah, that's why I have the Bills at number one and the Chiefs at number two, just because they really haven't looked that impressive as of late. Okay, number three, I have the Packers, move them up 2 spots. So they're at number three mainly just because the two teams ahead of them, both ahead of the Packers, both lost in the Steelers and the Saints, and their offense looked very good, putting up 31 points against the Lions. Their defense not so much, letting up 24 points, but that is known about them. Their defense really isn't that good. It's mediocre at best. But the Packers are trending in the right direction. They are winning a lot of games, and they are now the number one seed in the NFC. So that's why I have them at number three. Now, number four, I have the Rams, move them up 2 spots. The Rams absolutely slaughtered the New England Patriots on Thursday Night Football, 24-3. Cam Akers played very good. He had I think over 150 yards on the ground. And Jared Goff also played very good, but I've been saying this for weeks and weeks. Jared Goff can only play well when he's not playing very good defense and very good pass rushes. So, and that's not really going to be that good in the playoffs when most teams are going to have a good defense and a good pass rush. But for now, when they're playing bad teams in the regular season, they look like a very good team. So yeah, that's why they're number four. Okay, number five, I have the Saints. Move them down 3 spots for their loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, and it really isn't their fault that they lost, as per se. Right. So the Saints played the Eagles, and the Eagles aren't a very good team, but the Eagles were starting a new quarterback that no one had ever seen before. So I'm guessing that their defensive coordinator really didn't know what to do against Jalen Hurts. But, still, you did lose. You let up two 100-yard rushers, which is not good considering that you're supposed to have one of the best run defenses in the NFL. Taysom Hill did not look good. He only played good in the second half, and you gotta play good for the whole game to win those games. And they're playing the Chiefs next week, and they do have a shot to win it if Drew Brees comes back. But if Taysom Hill is gonna start, I just don't think they're gonna win the game. So yeah, that's why I have them at number five. But if they lose to the Chiefs, I mean, I expect them to go lower still. Okay, number six, I have the Steelers. Move them down 2 spots for that loss against the Bills. And everyone knows that the Steelers' offense really isn't too good. Their run game was non-existent again. Their passing game was non-existent except for 1-yard throws. And their defense actually played horrible, man. It's everyone knows that Stephon Diggs is going to be the number one target for Josh Allen. So can't you at least double team him? And quarterbacks, can you not fall over every time? Yeah, the Steelers defense did not play very well. Let Stephon Diggs literally just do whatever he wanted, and yeah, that's why they're at number six. Okay, number seven, I have the Indianapolis Colts. Move them up 1 spot for that very impressive win against the Raiders. Now, I'm not really going to take away too much from what their offense did. I mean, I know they put up 44 points, but the Raiders defense is maybe top five bad, bottom five in the NFL. So you're expected to put up a lot of points against the Raiders. Even the Jets put up a lot of points against the Raiders. But their defense actually kind of contained that high flying Raiders offense, and That's what we know. The Colts defense is very good, so yeah, that's why they're at number 7. Okay, number 8, I have the Titans, move them up 3 spots for that blowout win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Derrick Henry ran wild as always. I mean, like, man, that guy's a beast. Probably the best running back in the NFL right now, given that Christian McCaffrey isn't playing. Now, the Titans are a very good, very balanced football team. Derrick Henry, obviously, amazing. Ryan Tannehill, and that passing game is like also very good and showed up very well against that Jaguars team. And their defense like isn't really that good. Like it actually is just like maybe even below average. So that is why they aren't ranked higher, but like and you know like when you're gonna go into the playoffs, you're gonna like face high flying offenses like the best of the best. So I think that the Titans need to fix up their defense a little bit to like be true contenders, but for now they're definitely a top 10 team. Okay. At number 9, I have the Seahawks, move them up 3 spots. So the Seahawks looked very impressive against the Jets, beat them 40-3, but like anyone can look impressive against the Jets. Now the Jets, like, they only scored 3 points against the Seahawks, but again, you don't really like know what to take away from it because it's the Jets. But yeah, they scored 44 points, which is very impressive, except for they were playing the Jets. So yeah, I don't really know what to take away from it, but I definitely think that the Seahawks are a top 10 team right now, and they can be very good if Russell Wilson is like playing very well, but they can also be very bad if Russell Wilson isn't playing good. So they're very Russell Wilson dependent, but Russell Wilson more often than not plays very good and rises up in big occasions, so they should be in a very good spot come playoff time. Okay, number 10, I have the Buccaneers. Kept them in the same spot. Now the Buccaneers beat the Vikings, but if the Vikings even had like a kicker at all, man, because Dan Bailey, man, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, so if the Vikings had a kicker, then we could be singing a much different tune right now, and the Buccaneers could have lost that game. Like they definitely could have, because he missed I think like 4 field goals, and the deficit was 12. So if he made all those field goals, then they probably would have won. And given like the short field that the Buccaneers got off those field goals, they probably would have won by like even more. So yeah, don't really know what to take away from that. So I'll keep them at the same spot for now. Okay, number 11, I have the Dolphins. Move them down 2 spots. So they lost to the Chiefs, but their defense played very well, forced 3 interceptions from Patrick Mahomes, and even though they let up a lot of yards and a lot of points, I mean like given that Patrick Mahomes had only thrown I think 2 or 3 interceptions up to that point, that was a very impressive showing, and everyone knows that the Dolphins defense is very good. And the offense really impressed me. They put up a lot of points against the Chiefs and like were able to match them pace step for step in like the points. So yeah, the Dolphins played very well, and they deserve at least to. I mean, like I feel like they should be in the playoffs, but given that their remaining schedule is so hard, they probably won't. But like they are a very good football team. Okay, number 12, I have the Ravens. Move them up 3 spots for that impressive win against the Cleveland Browns. So they put up 47 points. Yeah, that's a lot of points. And even though like the Browns defense and most definitely their secondary isn't good, like still putting up 47, like almost 50, man. And given that Lamar Jackson like missed a period of time in the game with what he said was cramps, don't know if that's true. Yeah, that is very impressive with your backup quarterback in for like a half a quarter or something like that. No, it was more than half a quarter. I think it was like a whole quarter. So yeah, the Ravens looked very good, and even though their defense like didn't really play well, that's to be expected when like 2 of your 3 cornerbacks like get injured. So yeah, looked very well, looked very good, and if they keep on winning these games, they'll probably make it into the top 10. Okay, at number 13, I have the Cleveland Browns. Move them down 6 spots. And this is just like. So everyone knows that the Browns' running game is good, and when the Browns have a running game, then Baker Mayfield can also look very good. But the Browns' defense, man, oh man, how do you let up that many points? Oh god, yeah, that is just like a really bad defense there, and yeah, it showed on Monday night, and I don't think that they're going to be able to go far in the playoffs with like a defense that bad, especially against a team that can stop the run. Because if you stop the run, the Browns' offense like really doesn't perform well. And then if your defense is that bad, then the opposing offense will be able to score up a lot of points. So yeah, don't really know how good they will be come playoff time. Okay, number 14, I have the Washington football team. Kept them in the same spot. I mean, they beat like the completely ravaged and completely injured 49ers, so I guess good job to you. You guys are one game ahead of the Giants, so that's good, even though the Giants have the tiebreaker on you. But so yeah, the football team is playing very good football, and they're playing better football, and they're on I think a 3-game winning streak, so that's good. And I think the football team is trending up, and the Giants like they're kind of trending down right now because Daniel Jones came back and he's a bit rusty, so they have to like get him into the system and like figure stuff out there. So I think the football team can definitely win that division, and yeah, I mean like I would definitely like not count out the Giants, but like the football team might like be like it's honestly like 50-50 between the football team and Giants. But the football team has a very good defense, and even though Dwayne Haskins came into the game, Alex Smith got injured, and I do not trust Dwayne Haskins. Alex Smith should be able to get back in like a week or two, so that should be all fine. And if they do make the playoffs, I would not want to face them. Okay, number 15, I have the Cardinals. Move them up 2 spots for that win against the Giants. Man, Hassan Reddick, dude. 5 sacks. And like that catapulted him up to, I think, 8th in the sack. Like in the sack leaderboard with 10 sacks on the season. Man, he had 5 sacks in one game. What the heck? Okay, well, on the Cardinals, right, their defense like completely shut down the Giants, and like you can contribute that to like maybe Daniel Jones was rusty, but still that was very impressive, especially Hassan Reddick. I mean, I mentioned, man, 5 sacks, and the Cardinals offense played very well. DeAndre Hopkins had over 100 yards. Kyler Murray, very good game, and what's his name? Kenyon Drake, even though he didn't average 4 yards per carry, he also played a very good game. So yeah, their offense is clicking, obviously, when Kyler Murray is clicking. And yeah, and Kyler Murray he hasn't been playing very good football in the past like 3 weeks, but last week he played very good football. So yeah, if he can continue his high level of play, then they will win some more games and get into the playoffs. Okay. At number 16, I have the Raiders. Move them down 3 spots for that embarrassing loss against the Colts. Man, they got blown out of the window, man. Good Lord. So, yeah, I think that the Raiders are definitely out of playoff contention at this point. I mean, like there really isn't that much you can do because the Ravens' schedule is very easy, and they're already ahead of you. I mean, the Colts already beat you, so they have like the tiebreaker on you. And the Browns are so far ahead of you, I don't think that you can catch up. And the Dolphins, I mean, like, you could be at the Dolphins, but those are already 3 teams that are probably definitely, like, 99% going to be finishing better than you. So, yeah, I don't think that they're going to be able to make the playoffs. But this is kind of like a building year, you know? They've tested it out, and their offense is very, very, very good, obviously. They put up high points every single game. But their defense, man, they gotta like make some fixes on that defensive side of the ball. Get some more players. I mean, like, honestly, without Max Crosby, your pass rush would be non-existent, and you need to upgrade secondary and linebackers. So yeah, a lot of things that you can upgrade on your defense. But I think once you do that, then you will be in real contention to even make the Super Bowl next year. Okay, number 17, I have the Giants. Move them down 1 spot only for their loss against the Cardinals. And this is just because, like, don't know how to say this, but Daniel Jones, right? It's his first game back in a while, and you know he's got to like get used to game speed. I mean, like I know he like practiced for the whole week, but like practices aren't the same as games, and yeah, you got to get back up to game speed. So yeah, I think that next week he should be playing a lot better, and they should be able to string up some wins. I mean, like hopefully, and get in contention of winning this division. Okay, at number 18, I have the Broncos. Move them up 7 spots for that win against the Panthers. Drew Lock played amazing, but I mean, like I know I moved them up 7 spots, but I still don't think that they're a very good football team because the Panthers have a very bad defense. So like if your offense didn't play good against that defense, and like there's something like terribly wrong with your offense. But yeah, so the Broncos have, well, like they played good on offense, but like in past few weeks they haven't really been playing good, and I think I'm just gonna chalk it up to the Panthers defense being that bad. But their offense, I mean, like the Panthers offense isn't bad, and they definitely held them in check. So yeah, a lot of like good pieces there. If Drew Lock can make the next step, then maybe you can even be in playoff contention next year. Okay, at number 19 I have the Vikings again. Sorry, I kept them in the same spot, and like again, if the Vikings actually had a kicker, then they could have won that game, and then they would be like right in playoff contention. So yeah, I'm not gonna like punish them for not having a kicker and Dan Bailey like missing freaking 52 kicks. So yeah, keep them at 19. Okay, number 20, I have the Bears. Move them up 6 spots for that blowout win against the Texans. I mean, like Mitch Trubisky looked very good. Their offense actually had some light, and their defense played up to the standard that played 2 years ago and held the Texans and Deshaun Watson, a very good quarterback, to only 7 points. So that was very impressive. And like the Bears are still in this, man. If they can beat the Vikings, then they'll definitely still be in playoff contention, wrestling the Cardinals for that last spot. And from what I've seen from Mitch Trubisky ever since he came back from being benched, yeah, I like what I see. Okay, number 21, I have the Texans, move them down 3 spots. Man, that was an embarrassing showing against the Bears. You only put up 7 points, and your defense. I mean, like everyone knows your defense is bad, but man, it kind of like just stinked in that game. It like absolutely stunk. So yeah, again, like the Texans, a playoff team last season. Everything went south when Bill O'Brien freaking traded away DeAndre Hopkins. Like if your defense is gonna be that bad, you need an offense to at least outscore people. And without DeAndre Hopkins, you can't do that. But that's old news. Yeah, the Texans just really haven't been playing very good football this season, and that's why they're at number 21 and in the bottom third. Okay, number 22, I have the 49ers. Move them down 2 spots. I mean, like, it's not really their fault that they have all these injuries, but, like, I can't really, like, rank them based on their potential. I'm ranking them based on their team right now, and since they have that many injuries, they are not a very good football team right now. So, yeah, move them down 2 spots from number 20, and, I mean, like, they're I don't know, like, they just, like, kind of just need to, like, go next year and regroup. I mean, like they still technically are in this like playoff hunt, but yeah, they are. I don't see them getting to the playoffs, and they just need like everyone to be healthy next year so they can make a run. Okay, number 23, I have the Chargers. Move them up 4 spots for that win against the Falcons. Now, though, that was like 2 teams that just choked the game away, and the Falcons just choked it away more. Not much more to say about that. Their offense played good, and their defense also played good, holding the Falcons to under 20 points. So, yeah, I like what I see from the Chargers, and if they can, like, bite it up a little bit, stop choking away all the games, maybe get Derwin James back, they could actually be a very good team next season. Okay, number 24, I have the Eagles. Move them up 4 spots. Oh, dude, Jalen Hurts provided a much needed spark for the Philadelphia Eagles, and their defense seemed to even play better because of it. Taysom Hill did not play very good in the first half, and he kind of found his groove in the second half, but it wasn't enough to get the win. And Jalen Hurts, man, I mean, like he didn't really do much through the air, but he had over 100 rushing yards on the ground. So like, yeah, very good dual threat game, and yeah, that's why they're at number 24. Okay, number 25, I have the Cowboys. Move them up 4 spots for their win against the Bengals. I mean, don't really take too much like for a win against the Bengals because they're the Bengals and they're on their third-string quarterback. But the Cowboys did like show that they can actually play defense for once, and they can. I mean, like Andy Dalton played very well against his former team, so I like where they're trending. Though I don't think that they're going to make the playoffs. Okay, at number 26, I have the Lions. Move them down 2 spots. I mean, like they played decent against the Packers, but if you watch that game, you would know that like that game did not feel close at all. And yeah, the Lions just like I don't know, but like I don't know what you need to do, but your defense is not playing good. I mean, like your offense can play good, but it's like too inconsistent. I mean, like some games you're getting freaking shut out. So yeah, too inconsistent of an offense and not a very good defense is not a very good recipe, and that's why they're a bad team at number 26. Okay, number 27, I have the Falcons. Move them down 6 spots for their loss against the Los Angeles Chargers, man. Like, they just, like, need to stop choking, man. They all, yeah, that's like, you know, they're a very good football team on paper, but they just aren't buttoned up enough, not disciplined enough, and not meticulous enough to just, like, you know, just like hold on to a lead, man. So yeah, that's why they're at number 28. Okay, number 29, I have the Panthers. Move them down 6 spots for that loss against the Broncos. Now their defense, like, is not very good, man. It's like bottom 3 maybe in the NFL. And their offense, like, can be very good, but it did not put up a very good showing against the Broncos that in that game. So yeah, that's why they're at number 29. And then 30, 31, and 32 are the same Bengals, Jaguars, and Jets, and none of them won their games. So I don't see I don't see why I should move them up if they don't win their games, and none of them even looked impressive. So yeah, that's why they're at the same spot. Okay, well, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you guys did, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Too easy!